Now, this subject is sometimes called truth, religion, psychology. As I see it, these are all the same subjects. I should say the same subject, but the approach to it is from a different angle, and therefore it gets a different name. But it is the thing that every one of us is looking for, either consciously or unconsciously. It's the actual goal in life for everyone, for every being. And so few of us in the world today are in this direction. Everyone is looking for happiness, but they're looking for it in the wrong places. They look for happiness where it isn't, and therefore we have this unnecessary and unusual condition today where we have almost everything we want in a material sense, and we have less happiness now than we had 30 years ago when we didn't have the things that we have today. Now, my object is to try to give to you what I have seen, to point out to you the direction which, if you will take it, you will find this happiness. And the best way for me to get this across to you is to have you ask questions. And in the process of your asking questions, I try to point out the way or the direction in which you should look for you to find the answer. As I know this, it's a strictly do-it-yourself thing. I point out the way, you get the answers. Unfortunately, it cannot be taught as an intellectual subject as we learn things in school. If it could, everyone could be given this wonderful state of constant happiness with no sorrow just by being spoken to. So the method comes out to be one of evolvement, where it evolves from within outward. And the place where we find this happiness is within our very own selves. So most of my answers, if not all, try to get you to go within, to look there for the answers. We should take full responsibility for whatever happens to us, because we are the cause for everything that happens to us in life. Everything that happens is initiated in a thought prior to the incident. But because we have put in a thing called time, we forget that at some time, and sometimes long before the thing happened, we had that thought. Someone comes along with a thought of theirs, and when the two thoughts complement each other, two people meet. But again, we have to go within to discover that our thinking determines everything that happens to us. And that thinking is conscious and unconscious also. And it's the unconscious thinking that is the habitual way in which we do things. And that's why it appears as though we are victims, when all the time we are not. We are cause. Mind is only creative. Mind creates the things that we hold in mind. The quickness of the thing materializing depends upon the conviction as to whether you will or not get it. See, the conviction is also a thought. If my thought is, I will get this instantly, and there is no doubt whatsoever, whatever you had in mind would appear instantly. But that takes an absolute conviction, with no doubt whatsoever. Now, if you can't get the absolute conviction, the thing to do is to hold in mind that which you want, then let it go with the feeling it is already accomplished. Because the attitude, it is already accomplished, is an acceptance of the fact that it is. Now, the biggest mistake of all that is made by people who are consciously trying to create things is expecting it in the future. We must expect what we want now. We have to take the attitude that it's here right now, and then dismiss it. Because when we put things in the future, mentally it's always kept in the future. So to create something, to demonstrate, we should always demonstrate in the present. Anything you want, you must accept that it is already yours. Otherwise, it's just ahead of you all the time. Now, the things that prevent us from getting the things that we want are the unconscious thoughts to the contrary. Concepts we have had since childhood, that we can't do, I can't have it. It couldn't happen to me. You must work hard to get things. Of course, everyone must work for a living, and therefore everyone does. So the biggest obstacle is the accumulation of subconscious or unconscious thoughts to the contrary, that we can't have it, we can't get it. So if you consciously start demonstrating, if you succeed once, you become more convinced that you can. You succeed twice, the conviction gets stronger and stronger, until someday you have the absolute conviction. Then you have to watch your thoughts, because whatever you think will come to you right away. That can be a problem too.